What's up, gamers? Like many young people, I've recently made the transition from full-time online university to full-time working from home, which means that I spend 90% of my waking hours, and have spent 90% of my waking hours for the last 2 years, in my childhood bedroom. So what am I doing to fill the void of the outside world? Adding another aquarium to my already heavily populated desk. Speaking of populated desks, quick life update: had an enormous tank crash like 6 months ago, 9 months ago. Was sad, didn't have any tanks for a while, brought the tank back, made it a freshwater, hardscape only. I have a betta fish named Annie. I know it's a male fish, but my mom named it Annie and we all think that's hilarious, so we're sticking with it. That's why this tank is here and why I wanted another one, because you know, I like this tank, I'm gonna keep this tank, but the saltwater bug bit me, so I'm getting back in the reef tank game with an even smaller tank. But you know what, this time I can exercise some of the things that I learned last time and not make the same mistakes. Speaking of this tank though, I need to cannibalize this light. Sorry, Annie. Alright, so we are now good for hardware on here. We got the AI Prime, already had that. Powerhead already had that. I did have to get a heater and a filter, but hey, you know what? Pretty good for this little 5.8 gallon cube. And I was just kidding about cannibalizing Annie's light, of course. I had an old Current USA strip light to keep her illuminated. I mean him. Okie dokie, so I have run a bucket of water through my RODI system, and I've got a small heater in here just to bring it up a little bit to temperature. I'm trying to go for like 79. It's got a long way to go. It's at 49 right now. But in the meantime, I'm going to deal with the hardscape. A couple days ago I was kind of just sitting here thinking about how I want this tank to look, and I started to kind of sketch out something, so I'm kind of looking at doing like a little slope up towards the back wall and then having a little island in the middle. So I'm gonna do like a decent sort of substrate layer in the bottom here, because I love sand and I understand the, you know, scientific arguments for having a bare bottom tank in terms of like nutrients and stuff, but just can't beat the look of white sand. I'm gonna try and have like a pretty tall rock structure towards the back corner to cover up some of this hardware as well. Aquascaping has got to be one of the best, if not the best, part of the hobby for me. Just one of the few excuses that as an adult you have to play with rocks for a couple of hours and just truly make something that you want to, you know? Execute a vision. Right now I've got it sort of to where I want it, but what I'm gonna do is just kind of let this sit for a couple hours now. Just kind of go about my business if this was just always here, as if it was done already. And I'm just gonna kind of keep glancing over at it and see if this is how I want it to like catch my eye when I'm sitting here throughout the day doing my work or whatever. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of drip acclimation here, and then I'll do a quick dip. And I've never actually dipped corals before. That was one of the biggest mistakes that I made with my first tank. I was lazy, I didn't use dip. And so right now I'm just making sure that I'm dipping everything. And holy moly, they don't tell you that revive, you know, 2 little fishies. A dip smells like a green lollipop. Like, I literally opened this and I wanted to chug it. It's either like a green lollipop or like floor cleaner. But I also kind of want to drink floor cleaner, so maybe that's just a me thing. So it's been about a week since I put these corals in and they're looking fine. The bird's nest did not undergo sudden and immediate tissue necrosis, so hey, I consider that a win in my books, and the green star polyps are open more than they're not, so things are looking up for me. So I think that's job done on this video, you know? Got the whole setup, a little bit of livestock introduction. Certainly scratched my itch for a saltwater aquarium back in my life, and to be honest, I think I'm gonna be pretty light on documenting this. I think I might want to keep this more as a hobby thing than a content creation thing, but I'll certainly provide the odd update here and there. So anyway, I'm now currently literally elbow to elbow with aquariums in my room. I knew this is what it was gonna be like, and I have no regrets, to be honest with you. It feels pretty good to be between 2 boxes of water. Maybe I have a couple of regrets, but you know what? A little bit of real estate in exchange for a lot of dopamine, I consider that worth it.